Okay, just gone along 37.50 and just took a jump there. Reason for getting long, 1500 tip bar chart. We've had pullback to end of trend sequence, but the blue professional bars didn't happen till after that end of trend warning signal. Then we had another exhaustion selling signal. This last push down has been led by the amateur down bars here. After initially we kind of got away with amateur up bars, so we're just in a little consolidation range. Bullish divergence comes in, good, we're breaking up. Bullish divergence comes in on the 1500 tip bar chart. We're kind of around the pullback level, overshot it a little bit. The 500 tip bar chart, we had kind of Rambo patterns down here, flush signal, another bullish divergence signal. So just wondering if that's kind of enough damage on the downside just to get a little run to this pullback to a dirty end of trend on the 4500 tip bar charts, coming back down now. Anyway, so we're just long 37.50. A minute later this spike down's just run, stops at 33.50, so came incredibly close just there. Probably in too early, should have waited for the cyclical support on the 1500 tip bar chart. Oh, we're going to break. Another exhaustion selling signal here on the 500 tip bar chart. I wonder if 34 is going to hold. We have no blue professional bars kind of come back in on the 15. We've had a couple on the 500. Nothing on the 45. I'm just too early for this. Anyway, looks like it'll take me out of my stop. It'll serve me right. No, just out on my stop at 33.50. Just not enough blue professional bars here on the 1500 tip bar chart. So let's just sit back and watch it for a while, because I don't think it's got a clear sense of where it's going at the moment. It's got short 11.30 even. And the reason for getting short 1500 tip bar chart, pull back in a downtrend, just waiting for some kind of professional bar, but we got a Rambo pattern and amateur bar instead, kind of up here at the highs. We'd had exhaustion buying on the 1500 tip bar chart, and the 500 just had bearish divergence kind of come in. So let's just play this kind of downtrend, pullback to end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart. As soon as I got stopped out on my last trade, my system started to really kind of play up, not lock up, but just play up. So I just kind of had to restart everything. But we're up and running in time for this signal. So let's see, short 11.30 even. Just a couple of minutes later, we just had end of trend go off on the 500 tip bar chart. It's always a little bit of a concern whether I should wait for the pullback to end of trend on the 500 or just go straight in with the pullback on the 15. This case we kind of came back up easily, kind of gone back down to 28, so I'm happy about that, but probably should have waited for that little strength to kind of play itself out. Target's at 26, so let's see, start 26 even at 4. So that's good. Probably getting out a little bit early. No blue professional bars on the 1500 tip bar chart come up, plus we got the cyclical turn to play out for an end of trend signal kind of down here, but just happy to be out. This is amateur down bars kind of happening. Rambo patterns down here on the 515, amateur down bar on 45, so I'm not sure it's going to go all the way to 24s, but anyway, so that's good. That's out, makes up for the stop loss trade. So now I'm square. Let's try and make for. Gone short 27.75, and on this last move we did actually go down to 24, so there's another couple of points that last trade, but kind of run away pretty fast into blue professional bars at the highs here on 45, 1500 tip bar chart. Got a cyclical turn happening on the 500. Just wondering if we're going to have another, just a little kind of push back down to kind of 24, so just short 27.75. Well, I had to sit through a little bit of heat on this trade. I was in way too early here, but this is kind of rolling over nicely. Got cyclical turns about to go off on the 1500 and 4500 chart, and the reason I'm still going short is because we've had this exhaustion buying up here. We've not had exhaustion selling down at the lows. The last time we got exhaustion selling was down here, and we should have had one here. It was pretty extreme. It was a big value, but not enough to shake people out, and we actually that kind of mirrored the values that we had previously. So we just had bearish divergence go off on the 500 tip bar chart. That cyclical resistance just kind of come in. So I'm hoping for another move down. We've not had exhaustion selling on the 4500 tip bar chart. So just hopefully people will get kind of freaked out, all this activity that happened down at the bottoms buying this low. So we head towards that. Maybe we'll run some stops. Let's see. Okay, I'm just moving my target out to 21.75, and the last few times I've done this, it was the wrong thing to do, because my original 4-point target got hit and the stretch target didn't. And the reason why I did it just then, as things kind of got excited, I thought maybe we were heading down really quickly. Pullback and downtrend's gone off on the 4500 tip bar chart, and this is just bouncing. Still got this to play out. We've got these two trends to play out. We just, okay, amateur up bar on 500 tip bar chart. So a little bit weak. Would like to break into a downtrend below 26.5. So amateur up bar here on 15. So this is just testing back up, being led by the amateurs. So it's fairly weak. And here we go, going all the way. Just probably going to have to wait till this cyclical resistance kind of comes in, hopefully soon. Unbelievable. Stop just got hit, 31.75. Unbelievable. Well, we're going to have to reassess. I just don't believe this is an uptrend. I just think that's a spike. Freak everybody out. Anyway, see if there's an opportunity to re-enter going short. Done. Okay, just gone short 32 even. And let's see, let's try this again. Checking the stops and targets. Okay, exhaustion buy on 500 tip bar chart. Bearish divergence just came in. We had a blue professional up bar on the 1500 tip bar chart. I think this pattern was just, exhaustion buying, bearish divergence, then almost a flush kind of signal here, just getting people freaked out into an uptrend. I think all the kind of the pivot type players, higher highs, higher lows type stuff, will think we're in an uptrend. I don't think we are. I think we're still in the downtrend. We've still got to make the exhaustion selling. Amateur up bar, 500 tip bar chart, testing the highs. Wish this pullback level was kind of up here, but it's not, so just don't think we're in an uptrend. A couple of minutes later, I had to sit through a little bit of heat. It's in too early on this trade. We came up to 34s here, come back down to 32s. Interesting, exhaustion, amateur bar and exhaustion selling. Blue professional bar just went off on the 4500 tip bar chart. We need to kind of keep this going. That's sometimes a sign that you've got a continuation of an uptrend. We're above here on cyclical resistance. So I'm going to be careful about this. This needs to go my way, or else if we kind of settle around here and then start shooting off higher, we're into an uptrend. And that was professional bar, but it was kind of on the way down, so starting to get worried. Okay, just reversed and went long 33.50. So let's see, that was 1.5 point loss, that last trade, and now blue professional bar, we went to the lows of that. Okay, we're coming back up, so blue professional bar, 4500 tip bar chart. As long as we're kind of heading above the highs here, we're in an uptrend. Yeah. Alright, so now because I've bought effectively into a breakout, my targets look awfully long way away. So let's see, long 33.50. Just a minute later, this activity just kind of testing back down ended up being blue professional bar kind of heading on down here. We had little blue professional bars here just at the highs. This move down was professional bar on 1500, so that's good. Now we're breaking above the high of it. Now we've had end of trend kind of go off, but you know, we've not had exhaustion buying or anything like that on the upside. And I'm guessing now that all this was just you know, kind of getting this move going early. This was a test back down that was kind of enough to get the sellers. All the sellers have sold that level there. Didn't get an exhaustion pattern, but you know, it was a high enough reading to get everybody out. And now we're breaking up to 35s. So a bit of a surprise, but there we go. Okay, just moved my target to 39 even from 37.50. Not sure why I'm doing this, but just need to get back the stop out and the 1.5 point loss in that last trade. Kind of find it difficult to get through 35. Initially we kind of had amateur down bars. That was kind of good, and then when we broke above the high of that, that was just a kind of amateur test. Then we came back up to 36, and this is an amateur up bar on 1500 tip bar charts. That's kind of fairly weak. We've had exhaustion buying, bearish divergence on the 500 tip bar chart, but we're above this end of trend, and we might get this run. If this starts to run, it'll run. And you know, today's open was, you know, in the region of that kind of 1140 type level, so 39's not inconceivable. So let's see, fingers crossed. I've just been sitting on this trade. A lot of amateur bars around on the 1500 tip bar chart, but you know, the last kind of grouping of professional bars was kind of down here. I'm assuming that's kind of buying this this breakout. We were getting up to 37 pretty quickly after this tested back down to 34s and cyclical support held. So I'm still hoping for a pop. 39 now doesn't look all that far away. We could get above this cyclical resistance into a pullback to end of trend sequence. So here we go. This could be good, fingers crossed. Yeah, just out at 39 even on that target. It's a bit of a stretch target for 5.5. There's a whole bunch of blue professional bars coming on the 500 tip bar chart. None yet on the 15, but I'm sure that's will come in due time. There we go. So after all that activity, I'm only just scratched for the day. Two stop outs at 4 points, one 4-point gainer and one 1.5 point loss, and then a 5.5 point gain. So a lot of activity for nothing. Pity I got this last trend wrong. Anyway, I'm going to sit back and just wait and see if I can just pull off a final trade to get that 4 for my to be done for the day. But just have to be really careful. So we'll see. See if one kind of sets up. But anyway, how many trades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades for nothing. I'm long 37 even. So let's see. Reason for getting long, we've got this support and an uptrend. There'll be a pullback and an uptrend on the 1500 tip bar chart level. Due could be a little bit early here, kind of amateur down bar at this point. Another Rambo pattern on the 500 tip bar chart. We've got support here. Just hope it's not going to keep on going a little bit until we get professionals kind of stepping in. So fingers crossed I'm not too early, although it does look like I likely am. Anyway, so just long 37 even. Okay, well, we came back to test the 37s, amateur down bar on the 1500 tip bar chart. This whole thing was a little bit of a lot of amateur activity. We're breaking up to 39. We're above cyclical resistance on 500. Would be great if this turned into a pullback to end of trend sequence on the way up. Kind of been fairly muted in terms of, here we go, buying and selling. I think it's just been bouncing around the 0 line here for quite a while. Need some kind of blow off activity to mark a top, and this is pullback to end of trend on the 1500. Again, pretty muted here. We had some bullish divergence kind of come in. Just looking for 41, which looks doable at this stage. So that was actually an amateur down bar on 4500, so that's kind of good. Okay, professional down bar. That needs to hold. We need to head back up. So let's wait and see. Go. Just out at 41 even. 4-4. So finally got my 4 for the day after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. That was hard work, but anyway, 500 tip bar chart, a whole bunch of blue fractional bars kind of came in. There we go, 1500 tip bar chart, blue fractional bar up here at 41. It's kind of keeping running a little bit. Exhaustion buying here on 500 tick. It's not exhaustion yet on 15, but could get there. Whoa! So there's a little bit more in it. It's a pretty good reading, yeah. At 8,000 that'll be most likely some kind of exhaustion. Signal on 1500 tip bar chart will be an end of trend as well, kind of likely there. Just going to wait and see that go off in a second. Well, there you go. If you bailed just then, 43.25, you could be exiting at pro signal exit, all these blue professional bars with exhaustion buying. That was a very hard reading, up at 10,000 on the 1500 tip bar chart, so there's easily another 2 points in that trade, but probably should be waiting for the pro signal exits, but I must admit I just do like my 4-point targets. Anyway, whole series of exhaustion buying signals, 500 tip bar chart, bearish divergence kind of come in here. This will be an end of trend signal on the 1500 tip bar chart, so from those lows from 24 to 44, that's a 20-point rally. That's a decent rally with 2 end of trends, kind of one midway and one finishing off. So good. Glad I kind of got in at 37 at least. Picked up something for the day, but lesson in it. There was a lot. Well, there was another 2 points in it. Anyway, that'll be me done for the day, and I hope you traded well. Gone short 40.25. And I was going to stop earlier on, but we've had a setup here on 1500 tip bar chart. It's just we had our end of trend, bearish divergence, and came up second cyclical turn, flush signal here. So if the exhaustion buying has happened on this peak, you kind of can go short around the end of trend, but if it happens at the end of trend, I'm usually waiting for the second cyclical turn after end of trend. And on the 500 tip bar chart, you can see we've just had this push back up, this test back up to 42, amateur up bars here, very weak buying. Support at 40 was just about to get hit, and we got this kind of swing down. Okay, that was kind of, I was an amateur bar kind of going down, so it's not great, but hoping for a swing down to be caught by cyclical support on the 4500 tip bar chart. So let's see, short 40.25. A few minutes later, we've been sitting around in this kind of congestion zone kind of going nowhere. Suddenly we just broke out of it through 1140s. A couple professional blue bars on the way down there. Looks like kind of falling through the ice. Got cyclical support on 1500 tip bar chart due at some point soonish. Target's at 36.25, so I just need another little kind of dig down and then be taken out at that. And this cyclical turn is due to come in on the 45 as well. So hopefully we'll just drop through this support on the 500 and just kind of keep going. Came out 37.50. I don't know, didn't think it was going to go. We had a Rambo pattern here, 500 tip bar chart. We got this support kind of due coming on the 15 and the 45, and it's probably going to go to 36 is down here now. So just out, what is that, for 2 3/4. So that's fine, just pick up another little bit there. Yeah, there we go, it's going down. Anyway, that's fine, out for 6 3/4 after, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 trades, so that's fine. But it was nice just to pick up a little couple as that kind of came through. I think we'll probably get caught at support on the 4500 tip bar chart and then kind of test back up again. But it's just about to hit the original target at 36.25. I'm always doing that, cancelling too early, but anyway, it is what it is.